What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Blue back with another video. Alright, now look, today, man, we got Ja Morant could ruin everything. Something going on with Ja Morant. We finna figure it out. I don't know. I think he's about to shoot somebody. We're finna see.
All the drama around Ja Morant is getting worse, but he's actually lucky. People are comparing Ja to Gilbert Arenas, who brought guns into the Wizards locker room after an argument with a teammate. When news leaked, the NBA investigated, but one
Dang. Bro put out a blicky on the teammate.
day after, dude thought it was funny to make gun gestures with his hands before a game.
That boy silly.
You know who didn't think it was funny? Commissioner David Stern. He suspended him indefinitely without pay, said he's not currently fit to take the court, did not care if a year without pay was too harsh, or about blowback from players. Stern was tough on stuff like this. Oh, and what did Ja do after the Pacers accused his car of pointing a gun? He celebrated a three by pretending to shoot a gun. Did it again against the Rockets the other night. I know he's done that celebration before, but what is he thinking? But you know what's dumber? Showing an actual gun on your IG Live. Ja is so lucky David Stern isn't still the commissioner. Instead, he...
Wow. They so petty, bro. Showed a gun on his IG Live, nah.
He's got some player-friendly guy named Adam Silver who's more concerned about some augmented reality BS than disciplining players. Ja was suspended 2 games, but other people in his life might not be that soft. There are details about the shady things Ja has done people aren't talking about. There is one person responsible for everything that's happened. The first incident occurred 2 weeks after Memphis lost to the Warriors in last year's playoffs. Ja's mom got in an argument with a mall employee, so Ja and 9 friends pulled up and got in a fight with mall security. But a gun was involved at Ja's house. He was hosting a basketball game and a 17-year-old was guarding him hard. So Ja responded by checking the ball, throwing it really hard at the kid's chest. So the kid threw the ball back at Ja, but it hit him in the face.
In the head.
So Ja went up to the kid and asked his friend, should I hit him? And the friend said, yeah, do it. So Ja and his buddy proceeded to beat this kid
Bro, look at this dude haircut.
down in front of everyone.
Dang. So he beat the kid down too?
Ja went in his house and came back out with a gun in his pants while the kid took off. Now, the kid was not in.
That boy Ja ready to blick something.
Listen, he threatened to come back and light this place up. He also offered to drop a lawsuit for 20 million bucks, which sounds like blackmail. But why did the NBA do nothing? Because police dropped charges when witnesses refused to cooperate. But the NBA did respond when their own players were threatened. The Pacers and Grizzlies got into a fight during a game, and after, Ja's friends were yelling at the Pacers near the team bus. Ja got in a car with a friend and one other person. The Pacers say a red laser was pointed at them and they feared it was a gun. A security guard said it was 100% a gun. The NBA looked at security cameras, said they could not see an actual gun. But people who work for the Grizzlies defended Ja in the media.
The idea that somebody pointed a gun and nobody called the police.
Ja and this bitch going stupid.
They called the Athletic. And if you think the NBA investigated, it said they talked to several eyewitness accounts and they got the video, none of which shows that you would see it. There's no way you wouldn't see it.
There is so much wrong with that statement. First, dude is literally laughing about a story involving a gun. Why? And they didn't go to police for fear of revenge. They spoke anonymously to the Athletic. Oh, and their security cameras in a blacked out SUV? You think cameras would pick up a gun behind a heavily tinted window? Now, I'm not saying that is definitely what happened, but you don't laugh off this story. But no one is defending him now because in the middle of all of this, Ja shows a gun on his IG Live at a strip club. Name a dumber move for Ja to pull at a time like this. Possibly the stupidest thing he could have done. We should have listened to Tracy McGrady.
So wait, why is this stupid? Like, I'm in the strip club, I flash a blicky on IG Live, you know what I'm saying? That just mean I'm protecting myself, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if some shit went down and I had my blicky on me? You know what I'm saying? I'm protecting myself. What's the big deal?
When he heard something was going on before the season.
I'm gonna tell you where.
And probably that junk, it ain't like it's a legal gun. We know it's registered. They just mad that he flashed it.
Where they need to add a vet at, because I see some shit spiraling out of control.
Where?
In Memphis, bro. They need a vet over there. The shit that I'm seeing on social media.
These boys are wilding right now.
But the friend who has been involved in all of this is Ja's buddy Devontae Pack. He was the one who beat up the 17-year-old with Ja. He was the one who was in the car the night the laser was pointed. And I'll bet he was also at that strip club. But the person to blame here is Ja Morant. People are saying Ja shouldn't hang out with the wrong crowd. Ever think Ja himself is the wrong crowd? What he's trying to do here is look cool. He's trying to show everybody how tough he is because he's insecure, which is cool on the basketball court. Being an underdog and that mentality has worked for him in basketball, but he doesn't need to pull this stuff in real life. Who is he gaining clout with anyway? You know who thinks it's cool to beat people up and carry guns? Mostly people in jail or people who die early from gang violence and drugs. Cool. That is not his life. At least it's not anymore. He's a dude with a $200 million contract, a signature shoe deal. Apparently he's the face of Powerade, and he's the dad to a little girl. All of that could be taken away if he keeps going down this path. His NBA salary is guaranteed, but we have seen what Nike does to behavior they don't like. They hoped Ja is the next Kyrie. Yeah, that might not be a good thing. Powerade just announced we're gonna see Ja's face everywhere in advertisements, but this is a nightmare. All this shows is Ja can't handle being young and famous. Some people can handle that and are mature, like Zion Williamson. I am so amazed Zion has been famous since he was a kid, gets paid millions, and was ripped by the media for being fat, but he still acts like an adult in front of cameras. How does he do that? But Ja did not grow up like Zion. He was a nobody in high school and as a freshman in college. All this money and fame stuff is brand new to him, and apparently he can't handle it. But I know a lot of people will say, oh, but Ja's only 23 years old. He's gonna learn from this and grow. And I really hope those people are right, because I love everything about Ja as a player. But I have doubts. As young stars become richer and more pampered, pro sports is a really tough place to mature. There are endless examples of dudes who went off the deep end because when you're a rich star, you don't have to be accountable. Antonio Brown, Michael Vick, Johnny Manziel, these aren't normal lives. People who are saying he'll grow up are comparing Ja to other 23-year-olds. But during these important years of your early 20s growing up, star athletes are more isolated from real life than ever. The one person who might be able to hold him accountable is his dad, T. Morant. He's at every game on the sidelines. You would think he would get through, but so far, nothing. I do know LeVar Ball would kick LaMelo's butt if this kind of stuff was going on with him. I mean, say what you want about LeVar as a dad, but at least his kids are not involved in potential criminal activity. Now, I do not want this to turn into some commentary about Ja's family or anything. I just hope somebody can talk sense into him, because the next time we get news like this, it could be tragic. And if you want to really see what that looks like the absolute worst case scenario in the NBA, check out Javaris Crittenton. He went from Kobe's teammate and a good church kid growing up to prison until the year 2038. Check it out.
Damn. That nigga got a couple more years, don't he? But yeah, so they saying Ja Morant, they basically saying that boy, yeah, he got one more chance. Like that nigga Charleston White said, boy, you better go over there where the cops at, with the boys who call the cops. Alright, y'all. I just wanted to post a video for y'all. I'm out.